mountaintop. It's Mount Manitoba. It's the Hall of Fame show. It's me, Kirk Buchner, Evan Nolan. Buddy, we own something. We own a lot that's pretty special.
You do.
I'd like to think so. NotHallOfFame.com, the Fictitious Athlete Hall of Fame, the Fictitious Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and also, I'm going to let you promote this.
The USA Hall of Fame, United States Athletics Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
First class coming out soonish.
Yeah, soonish. I think somebody's going to be might have a little bit of trouble in the future. Who we might be talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And just in case people are saying, like, what the fuck are they talking about? Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you. But no, we're referring to the United States Athletic Hall of Fame, something that Evan and I created because nobody did. Nobody came up with this. So the whole idea is coming up with, hey, in the United States, who should be in the who's the greatest athletes, right?
In the history of the United States, it's up to others to decide, not us.
Right. Ever. So, and you can go www.nothalloffame.com/USA. And we're really proud of that. And it's something that I can't believe that nobody came up with this.
It's pretty simple, but anyway.
Yeah. But anyway. But this is the Hall of Fame show. So this is where we talk about Hall of Fame related stuff. And I'm going to kick off with my smorgasbord of shit. Jim, Badoom, Badishka Boom,
I actually saw a double feature at the drive-in theater on Friday of the Muppets movie and Muppets Great Muppets Caper. So
did you really?
I did. Yeah.
Awesome.
They gave me $50 as change.
Right. Who gave you $50? Like, who did this?
The concession stand at the drive-in theater.
Okay, things are better in Illinois than they are in Manitoba.
There you go.
All right, there you go. So, what the smorgasbord is, it's where Kirk just says whatever the fuck comes into his head. But, I just want to promote something that Evan doesn't know we're working on.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I kind of told you a little bit, but here's what we're going to do. We talked about the playoff Hall of Fame. It's happening.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So come January, you, myself, and Vinny Lospinuso, the Das Wunderkind of everything that is athletics, we're going to come up with a crew from 1960 and then 61, 62, whatever, where we're going to look at who should be in the playoff Hall of Fame. So when you're thinking about that, so kids, what does that mean? We don't care what you did in the regular season. It's all about the playoffs. Playoffs? We're trying to win a game. Ah. No, nothing? You don't remember that? Okay.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yes.
All right, thank you. But that's the whole idea. Just this specifically, just everything postseason. So when we said 1960, the whole idea is who has been retired at that point, and then as we go forward, what we do from there on after, right? So like every 6 weeks, 60, 61, 62, 63. So if you look at somebody like, let's look at LeBron, right? LeBron James right now is a playoff Hall of Famer. Would you agree?
100%.
Right. But he doesn't qualify yet because he's not retired.
Makes sense.
So every 6 weeks will equal 1 year. And the great idea behind that too, also, we're not just looking at the big four. We're gonna like do everything. So WNBA, MLS, also to like Pele, shit like that. So this is gonna come, and I'm really excited about that.
So, all right, here's a question for you. So,
Sure.
do playoff performers include majors in golf and tennis?
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't, because it's only for teams.
Only for teams.
Only for teams.
Okay. How about Olympics?
No.
So, like an Olympic hockey tournament?
Nope.
Okay. Just want to make sure I know where the line is.
Yeah, that's the line. The line is basically NBA, NHL, NBA, MLB, and the big four. And NFL, sorry. Like as of 1960, boom, 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 boom. That's what we're going to do. I'm pretty excited about that. It's something very unique. No one's come up with it other than us.
Again, it's like talking about Hall of Fames for, I won't say a living, for a long time. Has us come up with ideas for that? No,
but I think, and you and I, we've talked about this before. I think it was your idea indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like you came up with it and just said like,
well, I think it had to do with Julian Edelman.
Or something like that. Yeah.
I think it was Julian Edelman, because the whole argument for Julian Edelman getting into the Hall of Fame is that he's second in postseason receptions to Jerry Rice.
Right.
And I said if you ever caught Jerry Rice, that he'd have a shot at the Hall of Fame, but that would be his only thing. Because again, I'm a Patriots fan. Julian Edelman's not a Hall of Famer, but he's certainly a playoff Hall of Famer. And then,
well, it's for people like him. It's for people like Claude Lemieux. It's for people.
Claude Lemieux, please.
What? What's wrong with Claude Lemieux? What? What?
Anyway.
No, please. I wouldn't hear
it. He's a great hockey player for me to poop on. Like, I hate Claude Lemieux. Anyway, continue.
So do a lot of people.
How about Dale Hunter? If we're gonna go at it.
Okay, no, fine, but this is a hall for a Claude Lemieux, right? Potentially.
Sean Avery.
There's no Hall of Fame for Sean Avery.
Just trying to think of people I like less than Claude Lemieux. It's a very
and I'm
short
a bigger
list.
fan of Sean Avery than you are.
That is not hard. That bar is underground.
Yeah, I tripped over it on the way to this podcast.
Well, so anyway.
But that is something that I think, well, it's not I think. We're doing it. It's happening.
Cool. I'm in, of course, as always.
And by the way, you're the chairman of it too.
I don't know. Chairman's a title that I don't feel belongs to me. We'll have to come up with a different title.
Co-chairman?
Just you're the chairman, man. I needed something else. We'll figure out something. But
Secretary of Defense? I don't fucking know. Whatever the hell you want to be called.
Fair enough.
We do this together, man. It's like
I understand. You're the chairman. I just need some other name. It could be the equivalent of chairman, but you are the chairman. I don't need to be
chair person. I don't fucking okay. Either way, I didn't feel that bad saying like, hey, we're gonna be doing this, and I'm including you, and you didn't have to. I didn't even tell you.
Yeah, well, that happens a lot. So
that is true. That's very true. So that's kind of my smorgasbord of shit to sort of lead off with.
Fair enough. That's pretty nice. So
I thought you would like that.
Before we go too much further, I do want to, before we get into the rest of our stuff, I do just want to take a moment for a big retirement that we had this week, or as actually announced today. Roger Federer.
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out which of these three guys who's been dominating for the last 2 decades is the greatest. I think I like Federer personally the most, which is funny because he has the least personality of any of them. But
I already know where you're going with that, but yeah.
Indubitably, he is, regardless of where you put these three guys, or do you have them ranked in the history of men's tennis, he's one of the top 5 tennis players of all time. Men on the
Oh
men's side.
God, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, probably top 3, but I'm leaving open for people who want to quibble with times in the past and everything else. There's no world in which Roger Federer is not one of the top 5 tennis players of all time.
Here's something I didn't realize. He's 41, same age as Serena.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He wants to have kids too. So, kidding.
Does he have kids already?
I think he probably does.
Okay. Who's a bigger star in your eyes?
Serena or Roger?
Yeah.
I'm an American, so I'm going to say Serena.
I agree.
But I mean, yeah, I'd say it's probably Serena. But it's
Yeah, as a Canadian, I agree with you. But overall, in tennis, do you think? And I don't think that's the case. But did he do this? Because what the Laver Cup? I don't know. I don't know international tennis. He just said he's gonna play one more tournament.
Yeah, I can go find that out for you.
Yeah, some international.
I was looking at the news that on
Okay.
Roberto Clemente Day today.
I'll admit it's an international tournament that I don't give a fuck about, which is why I'm going.
No, it is the Laver Cup.
Thank you. Okay. To you and I think that Serena's retirement, which is way bigger in the world, isn't.
Entirely. I mean, that's probably true. Just because men's tennis is probably more followed worldwide.
Not just men's tennis, but I mean, in Europe, Federer is a bigger star outside of your sphere and my sphere. Fair?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I'm not I don't bring this up to just take anything away from Serena. I just want to have that conversation because I'm a big fan of Serena.
By the way, did you see Dan Kelly's post earlier this week? Who's the most famous person in the world after the Queen died?
Dan Kelly is the most famous person?
No. Dan Kelly posted on his Twitter.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous person now that the Queen of England passed away? He'd gotten a conversation.
No, okay, no, I didn't. Okay.
Who's the most famous person in the world?
You or me?
I put down either Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, just because of the way things are happening. People put all sorts of people.
Fair. Okay, yeah.
And someone who is a Boston sports fan of all our teams said, "I've never heard of either of them." And I don't get in arguments with people on Twitter because it's a losing combination, but I just wanted to grab him through the screen and be like, "You are lying." If you're a sports fan in the world, you know who those people are. And if you don't, you're intentionally not knowing.
Isn't it healthier though?
Oh God, yeah. One of the greatest gifts I got from my wife is just the ability to let stuff go, just calm down about it and not get in the fight. Just let it roll off. Because I have some feelings and opinions, as you know. But this fighting with strangers on the internet is not a productive thing for anybody, particularly. Well, I guess it would be productive for whoever makes blood pressure medication. But short of that, it's not a good thing. So.
Yeah, I'm known for keeping my opinions to myself too. So.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. So. Work.
Shall we go to? Because this is one of those great weeks where there's nothing major that we have to talk about. So shall we just go to our regular sections?
Sure.
Nest pas.
That's French.
Yeah. So basically, this section is where I just say hey, elevator up, elevator down, and what that is hey, who in the last week has made a Hall of Fame case? Could to go up or down. Mine's super easy. Actually, my elevator down, I know what you're going to talk about, so I'm not touching that. But so they're all elevator ups. The U.S. Open.
Okay.
Talk about tennis. Iga Swiatek Okay, I know that a lot of you are not paying attention to tennis. Please do.
Mm-hmm.
Swiatek is going to be the next big star if she's not already.
Mm-hmm.
She is awesome. She's incredible. She is this generation's Steffi Graf.
It's actually a pretty good comparison.
I think so. And man, Jennifer Capriati is already in the tennis Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Swiatek's already got a better resume or equal.
Mm-hmm. It's
Nothing
probably true.
Yeah. So
doesn't have the length of career yet, but it's probably true.
she's only 21. She's
Yeah,
only 21, and I'm a huge fan of hers. But nobody seems to care. I care. So I just wanted to like point that out. So please, if you really care about women's tennis, this is a woman to pay attention to. So because all the people here who are watching this care about women's tennis like I do.
Mm.
But yeah, that's somebody that I want to pay attention to. The other one is Nate Diaz, and I'll be quick because I know you're not a big UFC guy. So Nate Diaz, he just won what could be his last fight in the UFC. Never won a title, but won in the main event.
Okay.
Pretty goddamn impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you sort of like pay attention on the UFC Hall of Fame, like for him to sort of like do that and where it goes, it's a pretty big deal. So I'll just leave it at that because I thought those were two pretty obvious ones, and I thought that the person who was going to be a negative.
Okay, let's talk about somebody else who's a negative. Robert Sarver. Robert Sarver, who's not getting in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Okay, are we going to go there now? Because
I guess let's go there now. Yeah, is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Okay, yeah, let's talk Robert Sarver now.
Quarterback.
Place for him.
It was a quarterback for our Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I figured. But let's talk about Robert Sarver.
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
He's not a nice man. I do think he got Adam Silver in a little bit of trouble. Because Adam Silver said there was a zero tolerance for lewd, misogynistic, and racist conduct anywhere in the workplace. And and fined him $10 million. And did not remove him from the team. But he basically said in his follow-up that there's a different rule for owners and other personnel, and then that had to be clarified by the league, saying that there wasn't. He had a bad clip about it. But what can I say? Again, to quote Silky Johnson, what can I say about Robert Sarver's tenure of the Suns that can't be said about Afghanistan? He is long been known to be a cheapskate. I mean, that team.
Sarver?
Yeah, 100%. He
really? Okay, that I didn't know. Okay.
I mean, they continually sell draft picks for money. Continually sell draft picks for money.
Okay. All right.
The Suns franchise at this point has to be the greatest franchise in the history of the United States of U.S. sports that has not won a championship. Would you say that's true?
Off the top of my head, probably.
Yeah, because I did that list a while ago, and the Vikings have a NFL championship, technically.
Okay.
The Suns don't have any championships. The Blues are on that list, but they've won now. Lesser teams like the Cavaliers and the Saints, and a few others.
Won.
I said if lesser teams have now won as well.
Okay.
But I would say they're probably the premier team. And he is he's not the best of guys. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I didn't know that we were gonna go here. So since we are, here's what I found fascinating to me. And anyone who says I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. Okay, I don't care. Like, pile it on. A lot of things on Twitter which again, you and I have, I've said, Twitter is the best and the worst thing that's ever happened. I've met some awesome people on Twitter.
True.
I've ignored a lot of people on Twitter too.
Also true.
Also true, yeah. But like on Twitter, like a lot of people said, like, oh my God, like what? How the hell did he not get the Sterling
The
treatment?
Sterling treatment. I mean, he used corroborated N words in referring to people at least 5 separate occasions.
Right.
And
5 plus.
Yeah, at least 5. And he has many instances of inequitable conduct towards female employees.
Right.
Among others.
Multiple, way more than 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But there's 3 things that sort of stuck to my mind, and I can't believe I'm going to be defending LeBron, who I've shit on multiple times on the show. But
it's hard to argue that LeBron's not right in this situation.
Oh, which I'm going to.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to, because like I was super happy about that, because like I thought this might come up, and I was going to like dump on him, but I'm not. I'm going to like praise him. But anyway, so they're like, okay, so we have going back to Sterling and to Sarver, right? So like, who is worse in your mind? Before, like just
Sterling.
I agree. Okay.
I mean, and Sterling, just his conduct outside the Clippers is significantly worse.
Of course, but there's 3 things that I found different. One, Sterling was a shit owner.
True.
Sarver's not.
Disagree.
Okay. From an NBA perspective.
Still disagree.
All right. Fair. But
Robert Sarver's the reason that the Suns haven't won a championship. In my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
His constant trading of draft picks for money and not signing people because of money and everything, not wanting to go to luxury tax, has cost them multiple championships, just in other pieces around them that would have protected them for times, different things. Robert Sarver's
fair point.
It's cost him at least multiple attempts at a championship.
But did Sarver try? Sterling didn't.
Fair.
And I guess that's where I'm going with that. Because like I think Sarver actually believed he was doing something good for the overall, and the NBA agreed with that. Sterling was just some like slumlord who they just tolerated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part 1. Part 2, Adam Silver and the NBA like Sarver. They like the guy. Don't know why. I'm not going to say that why this is the case. I have no clue. But why is it only like a 1-year slap on the wrist? Why?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah. And that is a damn good question. And something that was bothering me a little bit until it happened today, because we're recording this on Thursday. And I thought, okay, LeBron, this is Jamal, where are you? Maybe Jamal said something, I don't know, but LeBron finally did.
Mm-hmm. And then Stephen A called him out for being too late about it.
Oh, did he? Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but I mean, he still did it. So, because I was wondering, like, okay, you, Chris Paul, Phoenix Mercury, because he owns them too. Why aren't you saying anything? So, and as much as I've shit on LeBron for his very convenient political takes, so let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. I was very proud of him. Very proud of him, because like that's not politically the way that would go. Because Sarver is somebody on the left side of the dial.
Okay.
And no, because the country is divided. Let's just be blunt. So,
I mean, I just don't know his politics. He's
on the left side. And I'm proud of LeBron for this. I really am. And I've shit on LeBron a lot.
A lot, yes.
Yes. So, and the fact that he's done something that I was like, come on, where are you? There you are. Okay, great. So, like, no, and I'm proud of him for that because that fits what I think he should think, or which sounds awful when I said it like that, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, saying that, do you think that he should have got the Sterling treatment? And I'm not even sure.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't know
surprised.
what my
I'm
opinion-
surprised he didn't. I mean, one of the things that Silver made his reputation on was getting rid of Sterling at the beginning of his tenure.
Right.
And I mean, he had the precedent. I'm surprised that this is all they did. So, but I guess it's because part of the findings of this committee said that there was no finding that Sarver used racially insensitive language with the intent to demean or denigrate.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I guess the difference is, at least according to this investigation, you think what you want. At least the finest investigation is animus. Sterling was just a piece of crap. Like, he's just a bad dude.
which we all know. Which there's nobody who can disagree on that.
Right.
Okay.
But they're saying that while he used racially insensitive terms, he wasn't doing it in a way to demean people, I guess. And so the lack of intent is the difference. But
Right.
that seems like,
from what I read, and again, take it for what it's worth. When he used those words, it was like he was quoting, which, yeah, how'd that work for Papa John or where the fucking guy
no,
is?
he has a lot of other issues too.
All right. I mean, I don't even know. I know nothing about pizza politics.
Right.
I'll take your word for it. But I will say, which is not something I'm thrilled about, that I know some people in my life who said, well, shit, if they can do that, why can't I? Which is mind blowing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Sarver would not be the first person I've ever heard say that.
Agreed.
Yeah, again, disgusting, but or is it disgusting or is it just misguided, whatever you want to fucking say. But there's a lot of people who did not jump all over this.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they? And I find that very, very interesting.
It is very interesting.
You know, like, again, I've been a lover and hater of Jamel Hill, as you know.
Yes.
Where is she on this? Nowhere.
True.
Didn't happen. So why is that? Sarver actually brought Kaepernick to a game.
Yeah.
You know, like there's
And
a lot. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
as you say, and they the average, so I saw this earlier, the average number of minority people in leadership positions in the NBA is 12.3, although that is massively skewed by the New York Knicks because they've got like 33 of them. But
Really? 12.3.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But the Suns are, I mean, just slightly below average at 10. They're like the 20th best team in the league at it. So, I mean, there's.
Because from what I've read, from what I've heard, like, again, like, what the fuck do I know? Because I don't know the guy. I'm just going by what you and I are going from the same sources. Sarver is not but they're not necessarily saying that Sarver's a racist, but that he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, that's no doubt on that one.
In this aspect. Because, like, overall, it's not like you can't point in Sarver and say, like, all right, he only hires white people. Well, that's not true.
That's also not true.
So there's which also might be also, and again, like when we talk about the political shit, he like in Arizona, from what I read, he was like very, very much against an anti-immigration thing that was sort of like going on there. So, and again, I don't want to go on this whole. I fucking hate talking politics, as you know. I pay attention, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. But he's on the left side of that. There, he is, which might also explain why it took a lot of time for anyone to say anything. Which is why also too, when LeBron came out and said, "This is wrong." All right, man, I'm with you.
Yep.
Because LeBron has not been. LeBron's sort of a follower. You want to play leader? Great, awesome. I like it. Don't have to agree with everything you say, LeBron, but you're thinking for yourself this time. This was approved by the Chinese government. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that's a definite elevator down. That was a good enough place to put him because I didn't have another good place to put him this week.
I wasn't even gonna bother. It was like
I know he wasn't gonna make it anyway, but
no, but like the biggest elevator down was for our hall, but I knew that was coming, so I just dropped it.
Yeah. So okay. All right, so should we go to who died this week?
These are the people who died. Who died? Yeah.
These are the people who died this week. They all died this week. Sorry, Sesame Street. Yeah. No, so we will start the Beige Mistress got one of the biggest people in Hungarian history. Geza Zappo, the Hungarian Sportsman of the Year in 1973. Passed away at the age of 71. He was a sprint canoeist, competed in 2 Summer Olympics, winning silver in 76 and bronze in 72. Won 3 golds of the World Championships in 73.
Sprint canoeing? I didn't even know that was a sport.
Apparently it is. So, but he won gold in the World Championships in 71, 73, 73, 73, 74, and 75. So he was pretty good.
Well, if you're going to be in a canoe, you better sprint, I guess.
Yeah. So he passed away at the age of 71. So,
well, not awesome that he's died. Just
sprint. Yeah, you're a jerk. We know.
Awesome.
I
do. Like I've never heard of that before. Like,
I know.
I don't know what to tell you.
So from the world of football, we lost College Football Hall of Famer Frank Signetti Sr. Passed away at the age of 84. Coach at West Virginia, but probably better known for his time at IUP, which is the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. He won 2 Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference championships and had 199, 77, and 1 in his career, including 15 and 13 the Division II playoffs. He passed away at the age of 84.
Yeah, I was watching because his son's like a college coach, and I was watching. Crap, what game was he in?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just closed it, so I can't tell you quickly.
No, it's all good. So yeah, it's football coaches begat football coaches.
Yeah, that is very true. Unfortunately, the Belichickian one isn't seeming to work out with it for us so far. From the world of baseball, a very short, unfortunately, a very sad one. Anthony Varvaro, who pitched 2010 to 2015 for the Mariners, Red Sox, and Braves, mostly for the Braves. After retired, became a police officer for the New York Port Authority. Was on his way to the 9/11 memorial when a wrong-way driver hit him head on going through the Lincoln Tunnel and killed him at the age of 37.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he was on his way for the celebration and unfortunately passed away, which is again way too young. We have a few people from music, so I'll get to them in a minute. I just want to go. We lost some interesting people in the world this week. including Jack Ging, better known as. Did you watch the A-Team much?
The A-Team?
Yes.
When I was a kid, yeah, for sure.
So General Harlan Bull Fulbright, the guy who is the main antagonist in the season 4.
How dare you come after the A-Team, you fucker? Sorry.
Well, he ended up trying to get them and then realized they were innocent and had them help save his daughter who had somehow been kidnapped in Vietnam and during the rescue operation was killed.
Yeah, that sounds like an episode of this crap was on national television. Sorry.
You should go for it. But anyway, he was a character actor and a bunch of stuff. That's probably what I knew him best from. Jack Ging passed away at the age of 90. We lost another couple old-time actors. Two of the few the golden age folks who are still around passed away this week. Mark Miller passed away at the age of 97. Best known for Please Don't Eat the Daisies, A Walk in the Clouds. There's a whole bunch of stuff he's in. If you like old movies, you've definitely seen him in different things. But yeah, he passed away at the age of 97. Also, one of my favorite movies I've talked about before is a French movie. It's a French movie that I saw with English subtitles that talking about an uprising in Greece called Z. But the main lady in that is Irene Papas, who is also in The Guns of Navarone and Zorba the Greek. Absolutely beautiful woman, very great actress. She passed away at the age of 96. So we lost a few of those folks. Also, John.
Oh, sorry, a French movie in Greece. So it would be. And the bum. Sorry.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Also, one of the greatest actors, directors.
We're gonna even let me have that one, were you?
What?
You weren't even gonna let me have that, but okay.
We're just gonna keep moving. One of the great directors of all time, Jean-Luc Godard, passed away of assisted suicide at the age of 91 in Lucerne. But he did a lot of movies from 1960 through 2018. So the leader of the French new wave of cinema passed away. I'm not sure, like, a lot of the movies are going to be well known to people who don't care about old movies.
It's suicide, just something that just please let people die in dignity. But anyway,
yeah. So he went to Switzerland for that, but he passed away at 91. A couple other just famous people. Ken Starr, of course, passed away, the former prosecutor during Whitewater.
Oh, I missed that completely. He died?
Yeah, at the age of 76. I'll better remember him for being the guy who covered up the sexual abuse scandal at Baylor when he was president there.
I'm stunned at myself. I didn't know that he died.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! When did that happen? Like a day?
September 11th. No, sorry. He passed away September 13th.
So 2 days ago, as we're recording this. No, I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he was the president. I always think of him as the president of Baylor, who basically was interviewed and said, "There's no rapes at Baylor," despite the fact there was raping going on like crazy through the sports teams. Yeah. But anyway, he passed away at the age of 76. Also, a man who needs some love here, I did not know his name, but I am very happy for his work. Fred Franzia passed away at the age of 79. Does the last name Franzia mean anything to you?
Zero.
It's wine in a box, Franzia.
Wine in a box? He's the person who put wine in a box?
He is the inventor of $2 Chuck. Also, having cheaper wine for the public. He passed away at the age of 79.
I mean, it's something of my dad, my cheap ass father, but anyway.
I can't believe you haven't had either $2 Chuck or wine in a box.
I didn't say that it didn't. I'm just saying that.
My brother-in-law has a shirt that says "Think inside the box." It's a picture of wine. So anyway. And before we get to music, one other person I do want to take some time on, person whose work I enjoyed greatly, Jonathan Tjarks passed away and mostly NBA, but also college basketball reporter for The Ringer. Passed away at the age of only 35 of cancer. He just had his first child probably 18 months ago and was diagnosed last fall. I believe it was last fall with cancer. He was on in March and had a very moving thing about what was going on with everything. He was writing articles up through June, but he passed away, leaving his wife and young child at only the age of 35, which is far too young. So
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. And then we got 4 more all from music. First one, we're going to go with rapper PNB Rock, also born Rakim Hashim Allen, who hit number 51 on the Billboard Hot 100 with the single Selfish in 2016, was shot to death at the age of 30 in Los Angeles. He was robbed and fatally shot at Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in Main Street and Manchester Avenue in LA. So from the world of I guess more country bluegrass, but early rock and roll, Sonny West passed away, who wrote both Oh Boy and Rave On for Buddy Holly. Passed away at the age of 85. So rockabilly, rock and roll musician, big long career of his own.
I love that song, Oh Boy.
Yeah, he won the BMI Songwriter Millionaire Achievement for Oh Boy, which is given to any song that's played more than 1 million times on the radio. And in 2011, Rolling Stone actually ranked Rave On as 154th greatest song of all time. Also a member of the West Texas Walk of Fame in Lubbock. But he was on, his songs have been all over the place. You've heard him forever.
Just Oh Boy, that's all you need.
Yeah, but he passed away at the age of 85.
Sorry, I love anything Buddy Holly. So if I went a little animated, my bad.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So also passing away at the age of 51, Jesse Powell, who hit number 2 on the R&B charts and number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 back in, what year was this? Come out in 1999 with You.
All right. While you're doing that, I just realized that the mountaintop of Manitoba I didn't charge this very well. So just keep talking as I sort of like scoop over here.
Okay.
Yep.
He's a Grammy nominee, also the older brother of R&B singers Trina and Tamara, credited with a 4-octave vocal range. But yeah, he passed away of cardiac arrest a day after his 51st birthday.
51?
Yep. So he hit the R&B charts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times with All I Need, Gloria in 96. I Wasn't With It in 98. You in 99. If I in 2000. Something in the Past in 2001. And By the Way in 2003. So there you go.
Like the Gloria? Gloria? Yeah?
No. The name Gloria has been represented in songs much more often than it's been represented in the real world.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Just
calling Gloria. Anyway, and finally, the biggest name.
They got your number. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. The biggest name who passed away this week, a Chicago legend. I actually have.
Terror died? Sorry.
No. Different Chicago legend. I actually have this guy's album Hang On Ramsey on my record player upstairs right now. Ramsey Lewis passed away at the age of 87. He's probably best known for the song I'm In With the In Crowd. I'm in with the in crowd.
I love that song.
So he has recorded over 80 albums, has 5 gold records and 3 Grammy Awards. The In Crowd actually got him the Best Jazz Performance Grammy Award in 1965. Also a longtime host of the Ramsey Lewis morning show here in Chicago, which he stopped about a decade ago. But passed away in his sleep, but honorary doctor for Loyola. He's a member of the board of the Dave Brubeck Institute.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah. And yeah, just, I mean, 80 albums is a lot. So yeah, the Ramsey Lewis Trio was his group, which is actually Hang On Ramsey, I think is the In Crowd, I think is on there. I have so many of his albums.
The In Crowd, yeah, that's great.
So no, actually that's off Cadet. I have like 6 of his albums. I can't remember which one is which. All on vinyl, which I inherited from my parents. So even though my mom's still around, I just took them from her.
All right, Evan, we finally meet because like we've never met, for those wondering. Sure. But I just want to like rummage through your vinyl.
I legitimately have 1,000 or more records that I inherited from my parents.
Oh shit!
If you want all of Henry Mancini and Montalbani and the Vienna Boys Choir, my parents were very into that sort of stuff. But they also had some cool stuff, and some of it's probably my brothers that they just left. I have
your brother, the Notre Dame legend.
One of them, but I also have 2 other brothers as well. So it's actually more likely my brother Scott.
Oh, shit, sorry. I didn't know you had more than one brother. Look at me learning this.
I'm kid 4 out of 5. They got a girl and they stopped. So yeah, I have 3 older brothers. So
well, look at this, me learning here.
Yeah, one lives in Iowa. I'm in Illinois. My next brother's in Indiana. My last brother's in Ohio. So we have a straight line across country. And my sister is in New Hampshire. So there you go. And between us, we got 8 kids. So 8 grandkids for my mom.
Look at that shit. No, I had no idea. Well, we always close off with Evan's good, the bad, and the ugly of the week of sports. Well, I know I've got a bit of an idea of what your bad and ugly are. I don't know what your good is. So let's just.
I sent you what my good was.
Well, did you?
I did. I was trying to be nice for once.
Brett Favre is good. Like what the?
No. He's not. I sent you a Jeff Passan tweet. Minor league baseball players are officially part of Major League Baseball Players Association.
You did, yeah.
It was a good week for unions. Mm-hmm. What you don't know what happened today is that the largest train union in the country was due to strike tomorrow. 125,000
I definitely did not know that, but yeah, go on.
We're due to strike tomorrow, and the government, the union, and the railroads had a deal today, which apparently is going to avoid the strike. So that was good for the unions. They got a pay raise and more time off, which is nice. And minor league baseball players, Major League Baseball teams are actually going to have to pay them and not pretend that they're indentured servants or itinerant farmers or whatever it is they 1099 them for. It's great news. It means that they can all get in their likenesses in baseball games for all that stuff, which is kind of cool.
I'm all for that.
It also means that the world's worst commissioner can't close any more minor league teams because those are minor league union jobs. You can't close any of those teams without negotiating with the players.
Is he the world's worst commissioner right now, or is the gap closing?
I don't know if there's any other commissioner who hates this sport as much as Rob Manfred does.
Fine, fair.
And I think that's there are others who are not competent.
Right, but I know what you're saying. But is the gap still closing?
Maybe it's possible. I don't know. Like I said, we have We have Adam Silver, and then we have 4 major commissioners. We have Adam Silver, and the other 3 tied for 5th.
Bettman,
so.
right?
But
Bettman,
of those 5th, there's 5A, 5B, 5C.
Bettman, Hall of Fame Bettman.
Hall of Fame Bettman, you're right, is a much better commissioner than pre-Hall of Fame Bettman. It's ridiculous. I actually say the answer is no. I actually say the answer is no. It's not closing. Gary Bettman is closing in on Adam Silver.
Adam Silver, like his first 2 months, he was like the greatest commissioner ever.
Yeah, it's impossible to be the greatest commissioner forever, though.
But which just goes back to the whole Sarver thing. So like it was really easy for him to sort of like say, okay, okay, you're done. Crap, who the hell? I just blanked.
I don't know.
No, with the Clippers.
Oh, Sterling.
Thank you. They all wanted him gone. That was pretty easy for him.
Yeah.
This was not easy, apparently.
Yeah. So.
Because like, well, again, we all heard the Sterling tapes. We did not hear anything with Sarver. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need to go back to that. But no, I'm actually now willing to say that Silver is 1, Bettman is 4, and the other 2 are tied for 5th. I'm willing to go that far. I'm not giving him 2nd or 3rd, but he can go to 4th.
Wow, you're awesome. Anyway, come on.
Anyway, yeah, so that's good. I just think, I mean, we've talked about the deplorable conditions, honestly, that if these are going to be professional athletes that they're forcing these people into, a lot of these folks, like they're making like $6 an hour, barely. And if these are the people who you're going to count on for your sport, if you have a minor league system set up for it, why are we not paying them? I mean, how hard is it even for like the Pittsburgh Pirates to pay their guys like $40,000 a year? You know what I mean?
That I can't answer. I just love minor league hockey.
I love minor league baseball. I would like to point out that my Boomers,
the
SC Schaumburg Boomers. The Boomer here is a chicken, though, not an actual. It's a prairie chicken, not a.
But yeah.
But the Boomers actually are in the championship series. I was at the game 1 of the Frontier League Championship yesterday, and which they unfortunately lost 6-3. But they won game 2, 9-1 tonight. And they're now headed for games 3, 4, and 5, which will end the series, to Quebec City. What do you think the Quebec City team name is? The Quebec what?
Halls?
It's very close. No, it's not. And they stole their name from a Washington sports team.
Okay, the Redskin Halls?
The Capitals.
Okay, I was close.
The Quebec Capitals. So, but yeah, so they're going. This is their 11th season of existence. They've won 4 championships. As they're going for their 5th. They're 1-1 in the series now, and they have been to the championship series now 5 times. They've never lost it. So I'm feeling good about them coming home with the title. So hopefully next week I can be celebrating my friend Mike Larson, the general manager, and his 5th championship.
I gotta tell you, man, like you've got to come up here because like we're like just like right across from where the Jets play.
I'd love to see a hockey game in Canada, like a country that, I mean, we care in Boston. The Chicago fans care about hockey. Actually, when I went to that game, I went to a preseason game in Nashville. I think I told you in October.
Yes. Oh, God, you told me. Yeah, please say it again here because I think that story.
Yeah, that was an awesome crowd. It really was for a preseason game against the Lightning. Like that was an awesome crowd. I've been to Caps games there before Ovechkin. They weren't really that great. Although I ended up going to every Caps Coyotes game because one of my buddies, Jared Bellini, who works for CNN, is a huge Coyotes fan. So every time they came to town, he wanted someone to go with him.
Where were you when that happened?
At college.
Okay, so in Washington. Okay.
In Washington, yeah.
Okay.
I've lived in Boston, DC, Chicago, and Buenos Aires are my 4 cities. So
One of these things is not like the other. One of these
Yes.
things does not belong.
Yes. 3 of them are going to be have hosted World Cup matches, and apparently Chicago doesn't get one. No.
Buddy, I'm telling you, like, I honestly wish that, like, forget you and I, like hanging out for hockey. I wish that we could go to like World Cup.
That'd be fantastic.
Way more fun.
As soon as they come out, I'm going to figure out where I can go to get one. I mean, Boston's the easy one, but it's not easy to get to Boston. To get to Foxborough, I mean.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto.
I'll see what's available when it comes up. But anyway.
Tomorrow, because I might know somebody who can sort of like hook up something in the hotel industry.
Oh.
Well, she's not listening, but anyway, but yeah.
I thought you were looking for Jasper.
My dog, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to the bad. I just want to give a bad honorable mention to Jan Wenner.
What you sent me was so awesome.
So Jan Wenner,
yeah, go on.
There's an article in Vulture.
Yeah.
That Jan Wenner is pissed that after he left the Rock Hall board, that they immediately put in Irving Azoff into the hall in 2020, who was a pet project of someone else. He was mad that someone's pet project got into the hall and it wasn't his. So Jan Wenner, I like the fact you set up the hall. You did it a very, very crappy way. There are way more bands that are waiting to get in than should be waiting to get in. Yeah, but just stop, dude. Just no.
Yeah, Vince McMahon is looking at you like.
Yeah, I know. So. He gets an honorable mention just for that comment. He's just mad about.
That was awesome.
Who got in? But I have to say my bad of the week. Texas A&M pep rallies.
Oh, okay, we're going ugly. Okay, yeah, go on.
So the bad of the week, Texas A&M pep rallies. Their pep rally, they had a pep rally videos making the rounds probably a little bit beforehand the Appalachian State game earlier this last week. But very much so afterwards, despite the fact their social media teams are desperately trying to get the video taken down wherever they can get it taken down. But it's, first of all, not good. It's not a good pep rally. I don't know who the players are because I don't care about college football. But there are 5 players there, one walking back and forth, 4 backup dancers who are all wearing big overalls and making fun of, I don't know where Appalachian is, but I know it ain't a state. And like just ripping on the fact they're hillbillies. They got 2 brain cells between them. They're going to be knocked out by the Aggies defense. Half of them can't read the words on their jersey. All sorts of stuff like this. And like, it's rural and they call it mountaineer, as if an Aggie is really meant, Aggie short for agriculture. It's very, very metropolitan, as we all know. But then they went out and got their asses kicked. It was a big week for small schools this past week. Notre Dame lost to Marshall, who's not as small a school, but not on the same normal level. And it was kind of fantastic. Just the comeuppance.
I know you. Okay.
The comeuppance from it was just chef's kiss. So yeah, it was great. And I just have to say the SEC network had SEC shorts come out. There was a woman kind of playing the Annie Potts role from Ghostbusters, just handing the SEC L's department where the teams would show up and they'd fill out a form and she'd hand them their L for the week. And the Aggies showed up. She just shook her head. And then the next funny one, South Carolina showed up. And then Vanderbilt cut him in line saying that they had a fast pass. The whole thing was absolutely hilarious. And I can't believe the SEC network got away with it. So
I was supposed to say my Annie Potts is the person who was in crap. What's that fucking movie? Never mind.
I don't know. Can't tell.
What's the one with Ducky? If you leave. Shit.
I don't know.
No, you threw me something that I didn't have a response to. Like, God damn it. It was with Molly Ringwald.
I'm trying to figure out which one that's Pretty in Pink, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, took me a second. I had to connect the dots. It's been a few years since I've seen. It's been a few years since I've seen Molly Ringwald's in 1980s movie career. So
Her too.
Get back there. But anyway, let's get to the ugly. And this would have been your elevator down. It's been known for a while that Brett Favre isn't the nicest guy. He's got some issues, like the whole sexting his Johnson thing.
I always joke like he's got to be the first person that I've ever heard of like doing a sex pic when it was like pixelated.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go on.
But like, there's been rumors that he was taking money from the state of Mississippi, that he was supposed to give speeches that he never actually gave, and this money was supposed to go to the poorest of the poor in Mississippi, right? By the way, there's a YouTube channel, a man named Ben Brainerd, who is a comedian who has a whole. He plays all the states and has them sitting down, and this week he had Mississippi join the table, and the guy said, that's why we say here in Mississippi, thank God for Mississippi. And he has a guy playing Florida says, we say thank God for Mississippi too, but that's just so we're not last in any category. So we're talking about like the poorest of the poor people in this country, right? And Favre has been playing it off for years. Like, I didn't know where the money came from.
Years, yep.
I never talked to the governor about this, whatever. Mississippi Today got the text messages. They got them.
He sent that off to me. Yep.
So I'm going to read it back and forth. So Nancy New is the representative on the government side here. So Brett Favre, if you're to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? Response from Nancy New. No, we've never had that information publicized. I understand you being uneasy about that, though. Let's see what happens on Monday with the conversation with some of the folks at Southern Mississippi, for which they took $5 million to build a volleyball facility where his daughter was playing volleyball. The same daughter,
more important, by the way. So
yeah, the same daughter who was on Claim to Fame, by the way.
Sorry, what?
I remember that was my bad last week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's that same daughter.
Okay, yeah.
Then Nancy Duke continues, maybe it will click with them, hopefully. Brett Favre's response. This is August 3rd, 2017. Okay, thanks. August 4th, 2017. Wow, I just got off the phone with Bill Bryant. He's on board with us. We will get this done. Brett Favre. Awesome. I needed to hear that for sure. There are additional text messages between him and the governor directly that he said he never talked to.
I shouldn't laugh, but I can't. I don't know what to say.
Mina Kimes went after him on Pardon the Interruption today, and she was spot on with what she said.
What'd you say?
Basically, like, he's been a bad guy for a long time, but he's just dug his epitaph as just a scumbag. Like, he's a complete and utter scumbag.
Why'd you say that he's a bad guy, though?
That he's stealing from the poorest of the poor knowingly and lying.
Okay, no, fair enough. All right, so I was just sort of like wondering if it was sort of like going with this whole like Hall of Fame thing, that because you and I, we've talked about, like, I think, okay, if you're a wide receiver back in the olden days, Brett Favre is the guy you wanted over Aaron Rodgers or wherever. Like, Brett Favre was a fucking legend. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah, 100% I agree.
Yeah.
And his game after his dad died is one of the most legendary regular season football games of all time.
Like, yeah, Brett was. I'm no fan of Brett Favre as a player in some capacity, but he was that guy. And so our friend Jack Silverstein, read Jack on Twitter.
No, seriously, read Jack is his handle, but also read him on Twitter.
Read Jack.
The stuff he comes up with is fantastic.
Oh God, he's awesome. But so like he sort of like put out just like one of those things of like in out, you know, like for people for their Hall of Fame. He didn't even like have a position on that, but do you take Brett Favre out of the Pro Football Hall of Fame? And my opinion is
so here's what I'm going to say about all halls of fame.
Yeah, please, including ours, by the way.
Well, including ours. There are far worse people. I'm not saying Brett Favre is a good guy. He's not. But there are far worse people. In this case,
he's not. But yeah,
basically every Hall of Fame than Brett Favre. I mean, if you give me the power to remove any one person from any Hall of Fame, I'm having a soul-wrenching debate between Kennesaw Mountain Landis, Charlie Comiskey, and Tom Yawkey. One of those three has to go. I haven't figured out which one, preferably all three if I can somehow make that happen. But those guys were racist dickwads and completely helped perpetuate a system which kept the top athletes in a sport from participating. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will always say Tom Yawkey had both Willie Mays and Hank Aaron in for tryouts because he was forced to, and both of them got 5 minutes in the building and were escorted out. So he could count it as a tryout. Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. I think they might have helped the 1950 Red Sox. No offense to Walt Dropo, but right? And Jackie Jensen, the all-stars of the 1950s Red Sox. Yeah, I'm a fan. I know what the history of my team, right? Although I can't tell you much about this season because
that's why you're awesome and why we're friends.
Again, no offense, legitimately no offense to Walt Dropo, was a very good player, but it was not quite Hank Aaron or Willie Mays, right? So I think you're running where do you stop the line at who you take out of anything, right? Because at least on the baseball side of things, you're supposed to do what they did between the lines, what they did on the field. That's not going to help Darren Sharper get in the Pro Football Hall of Fame at this point. Right. It's not going to help Jim Tyrer get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Murdering your family tends to do that, right? It's not going to help Chris Benoit get into the WWE Hall of Fame.
God damn it, I was going to do that. You beat me to it. But anyway.
Sorry, I was trying to think. Once you have one person murder their family, it's a natural progression to go to the next one. I mean, you can honestly make a legitimate argument. Jim Tyrer may be the best player not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame right now. There's an argument that you could make at the moment, but it's never happened.
You could.
I don't know if it's a strong argument. I'm just saying there's an argument that can be. It's never happened. Yeah. So once somebody's already in, though, I'm like, Ty Cobb was a piece of shit.
From what we've learned, yes.
Is Ty Cobb getting thrown out?
No. Well, okay. Ty Cobb is a nominee in our thing.
Mm-hmm. So is Pete Rose.
So is Pete Rose.
I think Pete Rose has a much better shot of getting in than Ty Cobb.
Yeah, probably.
At this point, with the way things are going. Although I could be wrong. I mean, I feel just the public opinion on the two. One, Ty Cobb's not as well remembered as Pete Rose because, as you've said, one of the greatest things to happen to Pete Rose's career is him not getting in the Hall of Fame. But I don't know. There's so many. I keep picking on baseball, but there's so many terrible.
Yeah, but with the Hall, I mean, like baseball's the first thing you're going to come up with for sure.
Yeah, there's just so many terrible people in all of these things. I mean, it's one thing like they struck that one guy's name from the Stanley Cup from the Blackhawks.
Oh, yeah, that made all the difference. But yeah, go on.
It's,
So much so I don't even know what the goddamn name
like
is.
Reggie Bush still won the Heisman, even though he never officially won the Heisman.
Oh shit! Yeah.
UMass still made the Final Four in 1995, despite the fact that UMass has never been to a Final Four. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you strike it in the path, like from whatever, what does that mean? I mean, Marcus Camby took a $200,000 diamond necklace and they eliminated everything they did for that season.
Chris Webber.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, by the way, just sorry. Speaking of Reggie Bush, this is a complete side, but my buddy went to a pot shop in Cambridge, Massachusetts today, and in the pot shop he met Ricky Williams. So he has pictures of him and Ricky Williams holding up legal weed. Which was fantastic.
Damn it! I still have a Ricky Williams jersey because I'm a Saints guy, so of course I do.
He was wearing athletic shorts that had like his name on them as like the greatest running backs in Texas history. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't think you can
top five.
Yeah, I said the greatest. It's the greatest running backs in Texas history. It's like a circle with names on it. So, yeah. So I would say to go back to it though. I'm sorry, I just had to bring that up. My buddy Ken sent that out to all of us earlier today. We're all very excited. From my fantasy football league, which by the way is in its 27th season.
Holy shit! I could have sex with that legally.
You've been able to for a very long time. I think it's almost as old as the Olsen twins. No, it's not quite. It's a little younger than that. But yeah, God, can I just strike the last sentence I said?
No. I don't edit shit, but anyway, go on.
But yeah, it's I just don't think you can. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can pull people out of the hole, and particularly for something like this. Like, I mean, this defrauding someone may keep Kurt Schilling out of the hole, but what if Kurt Schilling were already in and now the defrauding came out? They're not.
Yeah, the whole thing with Brett Favre, I don't even know where to go with this. It's like, okay, so his lawyer is like, well, he didn't really have anything to do with it. He didn't do anything to stop it either.
He was actively participating in it. He knew everything that they've denied, everything that he's denied over the last 5 years. Their text messages approved. He's like, I never talked to the government. We have text messages proving you did. I didn't know where the money came from. We have text messages proving you did. Like, it's just everything he said was a complete and utter lie. Everything, every part of it was a lie. He did not tell the truth once, other than his name. He gave his name correctly, but other than that, everything after that was wrong. It was just and knowingly wrong.
The worst thing is to me is that he was like, remember the ESPYs?
Yeah, which ones?
Okay, where Caitlyn Jenner was the person of the year, wherever.
Yeah.
He had more backlash for him going. Than he is right now.
Yeah, probably true.
Which is fucked up. Right? Because I'm no Brett Favre stan. I'm not but if you fuck up, you fuck up. Own it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Brett Favre said I don't want to say Brett Favre said how can I use this money that was earmarked for poor people and use it for my daughter? No, he didn't do that. Somebody told him, hey, we can use this money that's earmarked for poor people and give it to your daughter.
Yeah. And again,
Mississippi, and okay.
And again, Mississippi is not the only state this happens in.
Of course.
The Bills got a new stadium this year, and the funding they got was cut 3 days previously from the education department.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the education department funding cut $985 million. 3 days later, Bills get new stadium worth $975,000. They change it by like 10,000 or $10 million bucks.
Yeah.
Or 975 million.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, I totally hear it. It's just like when people say like, oh, well, Brett's this big fucking racist who had this big plan. Brett didn't know shit. Brett heard shit and
yeah, he is not the mastermind of this plan.
oh,
That's correct.
fuck no.
That is correct. But
Yeah.
it doesn't happen without
Which
him.
I'm not defending Brett Favre on this.
Yeah, but this plan certainly does not happen without him.
Of course not. But like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
God damn. Like,
Sports
why
are more
the hell am I
important.
defending
Sports
Brett
are more
Favre?
important than people in Mississippi. College sports are more important than people.
Brett Favre, the most overrated superstar ever. Anyway, let's close this. I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay, fine with me. I'll just close saying this. I'm predicting Patrick Mahomes is Brett Favre 2.0. Just by the way.
Oh, okay. Meaning
he's going to have one championship when he's done. He's going to throw a lot of crazy passes that people are going to love, and but he's never going to win more than one championship.
okay, I was just wondering if like Brett had an asshole brother who just never shut up. Okay. No, seriously, that's where I thought you were going with that.
No. Favre won a Super Bowl, lost a Super Bowl, and never got back. I'm predicting that's what's going to happen to Mahomes. So there you go.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, with that said, lots on the Hall of Fame Network. We have, Evan, you and I, we do our weekly show.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that Vinny's going to come up back with us. Vinny Lawson. So Vinny is awesome, by the way.
Yep.
Vinny does a bunch of shows where he makes a point where, hey, here's somebody who should be in the Hall of Fame. And you may think, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because Lord knows I have multiple times, and he always gives you something good. It's called Vinny Makes the Hall of Fame Case for. So check that out. Also, to Andrea Tessman, Brad Nelson, and I, we have a show called, this one's number 1. So check that out. Where we're looking at like random songs that went number 1. We just looked at Shaft.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my attempt at doing the Shaft song. No,
Shut your mouth. Took me a second. I was like, wait, what did those ladies say?
Do you know who was one of those ladies? It was Thelma Hopkins. One of my
Really?
Yes, one of my early crushes.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Well, shut your mouth. She was. Yes. So we have that. Also, Christopher Nay and I, we looked at random shows that was on national television. So we had the Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island, which you're thinking like that didn't happen. Oh, it did.
Yep.
Yep. So we're going to be doing Manimal. Hey, you want to do Manimal with us?
I don't remember Manimal, so
yeah. Yeah, well,
I'm saving it. I'm saving it for you. Bring me in for Man versus Beast. I'm 100% about that one.
Awesome. Well, with that, wherever you are, wherever you may be, stay safe, everyone.
All right, take care, guys.